Hi, we're back live. I'm so sorry. We were live, and I don't know what's happening with YouTube in the last couple of weeks, but I go live as I have thousands of times, never had a problem. And suddenly the stream just ends in the middle because YouTube has some issue. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I have to start all over again. So if you're already with us, I'm so sorry. You'll have to rejoin. It'll be under a different link because I have to start a whole new stream. Who knows what's happening? So I start again. I'm Amanda here in Italy. And tonight, as I mentioned previously, I'm just going to be talking about my life here in Italy because I feel that's probably the best advert I can do for Italy. I've been here 23 years. I've decided on the blog I'm no longer just going to be, thank you for rejoining us. I'm no longer just going to be talking about what it means to get an elective visa for Italy or getting a passport for Italy or coming to live in Italy on a visa. Obviously, I help people with those issues, but I'm just going to be talking about my life, the culture here, and what it means to move your life from one country where you live to Italy and how that is, how the culture is, and the pluses and negatives on it. I spend all my life singing the praises of Italy, how wonderful it is, the life I have, lovely food, the life I've built here over the years. I speak fluent Italian, all that sort of stuff. But tonight I'm going to look at some of the issues people have, because obviously when they have issues, they talk about it quite strongly, and many of them end up going back to where they came from. So here we are. I have noticed a trend on YouTube for the YouTubers who talk about Italy. A lot of it is all the glories, tripsing through the piazzas, eating gelato, the pizza, the pasta, the mandolins, the lemon trees in Amalfi, beautiful Lake Como, the villas. I've lived in Lake Como for 20 years. I now live on Lake Maggiore. I know all the beauties of Italy. I know all the attractions of Italy and the way that you can fall in love with Italy. And a lot of these vlogs have a very unrealistic view when they advise people about coming to buy a property here, or what it means to live here, or how it's going to be if you are not just on holiday here, but you're actually living day to day. If you're joining us from wherever you are in the world, won't you go down to the chat box, put your city, love to have your comments, and I'd like to know where you're joining us from because it helps me know where you're joining from, just for that. So that would be lovely. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is the second time I've had to load this title. We're going to talk about some of the problems you could encounter in Italy. Now, recently, Italy changed the law on citizenship. I did a video, I'll put it up there. So now you can only get an Italian citizenship and passport via your grandparent or your parent born in Italy. No longer can you get it from distant great-grandparents. So this has caused a lot of negative talk online about Italy, Italy's plans, Italy's immigration policies, all of that. So we're not going to discuss that tonight. I talked about it in that video. You can go watch that if that's what you're here for. I'm just going to talk about my life tonight, what it means to me, and the problems that I have sometimes in Italy. Tonight is a problem night, and the problems you're probably going to have if you fell in love with Italy while you're on holiday and now you want to live here and you suddenly realize, oh dear. So let's talk about some of them. Hopefully this stream doesn't end again. If it does, please forgive me. It's YouTube. You have to blame them. It's not my problem. It's nothing I'm doing. Trust me. Okay, so for everyone who joins and all the likes that I get on my video, I do appreciate you. Please, when you come and go and like the video, because I make this content free, and the only way I can do it is for YouTube to recommend my videos to other people to watch so that more people can subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And that just your simple like or your comment, which you can leave down there once this goes public, is the best thing you can do for the vlog, because it helps other people to find it and helps YouTube to recommend me. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Italy. So probably one of the first things you will encounter when you get to Italy, as I did, is that you don't understand a word that's being said around you. On holiday, you hear, ciao, ciao, and you convince yourself that you can probably, hold your own, and you could probably order some food and whatever. And you're part of that all big, lovely communal Italian love, and you're tripsing through a lovely, beautiful piazza in Rome on a summer evening and eating that gorgeous gelato. And it all just seems like a wonderful dream. Who hasn't fallen in love with Italy on holiday? And then you decide to come and live here, or you buy a property and you come and spend extended periods here if you're lucky enough to not need a visa and you have an Italian passport. Lots of people like that. And you leave Australia, or you leave America, or you leave South Africa, wherever you leave, and you decide to come and live in Italy because, hey, what could be better than spending your golden years, your retirement years, whether you retire at 50, 60, 70, whatever, here in beautiful Italy and having this gorgeous food every day and being surrounded by these happy, lovely people every day. And this fallacy is very widely spoken about on YouTube. This idea that Italy is all moonlight, roses, and beautiful, lovely Negroni drinks and gorgeous cocktails, on the shore of the Amalfi Coast or wherever it is that you're going. And there is that, and it's gorgeous, and I'm not here to knock it. I'm simply saying that you could have a problem with Italy. So let's get to it. This may be a very unpopular video. Maybe it'll be very